What if I told you the US government didn't just pardon Nazi war criminals, it hired them. They weren't tried, they were protected. And they weren't hidden in the shadows, they were building NASA. This isn't conspiracy, this was real. This was Operation Paperclip. This is where America made a deal with the devil, and it changed the course of history. They secretly recruited over 1,600 Nazi scientists, engineers, and medical researchers, men who had served Hitler, men who had built his war machines. Some were SS officers. Some had overseen deadly human experiments. Instead of facing justice at Nuremberg, they were flown to America, given new names, cleaned up records, and jobs. One of the most famous, Wernher von Braun. A brilliant engineer and a former Nazi SS officer, he created the V-2 rocket that terrorized London and killed thousands. In America, he became the father of NASA's space program. The man who helped put a man on the moon had built weapons for Hitler. Then there was Hubertus Struggold. He oversaw experiments on concentration camp prisoners. In the US, he became a key figure in aerospace medicine, earning the nickname the father of space medicine. Walter Schreiber, a former Nazi military doctor implicated in biological warfare research, was moved to the US and placed at the Air Force School of Medicine. And Kurt Blome, who had tested chemical weapons on humans for the Nazis, he was recruited by the US to contribute to bioweapons research. These men helped shape the modern military-industrial complex. They worked on rockets, jets, surveillance, and chemical weapons. They advised the CIA. Some say their research even laid the groundwork for mind control projects like MK-Ultra. Their fingerprints are on America's space race, Cold War tech, and even medical research. And yet, for decades, their Nazi pasts were buried under a mountain of redacted files. Declassified documents now reveal the extent of the cover-up. Files were altered. Investigations were blocked. Even the Department of Justice was kept in the dark. Why? Because in the eyes of US intelligence, their crimes were less important than their usefulness. Operation Paperclip wasn't just about winning the Cold War, it was about winning it at any cost. And for nearly 50 years, that cost remained hidden. It wasn't until the late 1980s and 1990s, thanks to investigative journalists and historians like Linda Hunt, that the full story began to emerge. The CIA's own declassified documents, released under pressure, confirmed what many had suspected. America had made a deal with monsters. The consequences still ripple through history. NASA, the Pentagon, the CIA, all built in part by men whose hands were stained with blood. Operation Paperclip is a story of ambition, fear, and moral compromise. And it leaves us with one chilling question. How far is a government willing to go in the name of national security?